When it comes to working out, there's so many different tips that you'll hear. I think you're doing that wrong. So what we're gonna do today is break down these myths, give you guys some better information and a better understanding, and we're gonna do that right now. Now our first myth here is going to be spot reduction training, and this is probably one of the most commonly believed myths, so pay attention to this, explain this to your friends so they understand it better as well. When people come into the gym, they'll target those specific areas because they want to burn the fat off those areas. Unfortunately, doing ab exercises won't burn the layer of fat over my belly. It really comes down to total body fat reduction. When we use our body's stored fat as energy, our cells have to release fatty acid into our bloodstream that then travels to our muscles, and we can convert that into ATP, which is what we use as energy. Now, everyone stores fat in different spots, and it's unfortunate that we can't just pick and choose which areas we use the stored fat from, but the way we actually do accomplish this is by staying in a calorie deficit to a point where our body utilizes that stored energy. Got it? Good. Moving on. The next is turning fat into muscle, and this runs in tandem with the previous tip on spot reduction. Since we already talked about how the body utilizes stored energy, there is no mechanism where fat turns into muscle. We build muscle by stressing our muscles, adding progressive overload, and proper recovery. I don't think this needs much more explaining. Moving on. The next myth is the protein window. When I started lifting, all the gym bros said that you had about 20 minutes to get your protein in after a workout, or else it'd start decreasing the effectiveness of the workout you just had. Well, that doesn't seem to be the case. Well, research into this topic has shown that the protein window isn't what people used to think, and it looks to be closer to 3 hours on either side of your workout. Let's be clear here. This doesn't mean that you shouldn't consume your protein right away. You're more than welcome to. It just shows that there's less of a detrimental effect if you don't consume it right away. Got it? Good. Women getting bulky, I think, is one of the most common myths I've heard women say over the years. If you think that you're going to look like this here, this doesn't happen by accident. This is a competitive bodybuilder who is enhanced and has been training for years and years and years. Most females that compete naturally end up looking something more like this. And I think for a lot of women pushing towards success, they would be happy with this. The thing that's always bothered me about this tip is that I've been working out my whole life, and that's it. That's all I've been able to get. I didn't blow up and get huge like all these other male bodybuilders. There's so many more variables that go into it. As long as you lift weights and appropriately train, you're going to be healthier than you were before. Don't worry about getting too bulky. It doesn't happen. Lastly is kids weightlifting. I started weightlifting pretty young, and I remember being told that weightlifting can stunt your growth, and I'm not really sure where this myth came from, but it's obviously not true. A 2006 review on weightlifting in kids included 10 studies and was able to say that it was relatively safe and does not negatively impact growth and maturation of pre and early puberty youth. But hold on, it's not all sunshines and rainbows here. When it comes to weightlifting, it can be dangerous. Working out in a gym, people get injured sometimes. In this research, they had everyone being monitored working with an adult. And I did look up some other guidelines, and they did state that they recommend not maxing out on lifts with young kids. I think these guidelines are really pushing to try to limit any type of injuries, especially in a young child that's still growing. Makes a lot of sense. So for kids, you can exercise, you can lift weights, but you should keep it maybe with a moderate rep range. Try not to go too crazy. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, found some value. Let me know what other myths I missed. Love to hear it from you guys down below. YouTube thinks this video up here is best for you of my content. Click the click and like, subscribe. Send this to your friends so they better understand how to get abs and it's not doing tons of crunches and all that. So we'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good day.